smoke is quieting down. Seems like we've got to a lot of the smoke. Dub, you got smoke?
All right. So Joe Budden calls out Ish and Ice for hanging out with their celebrity friends. Now, months ago, Ish caught flack from Joe and the crew for hanging out with Wallow and Simba more than once and didn't reach out to the crew in proper fashion. You know, a certain protocol they got over there at the JBP. However, this has still been going on where the JBP cast hasn't had the time to team build, which is very important for people working together. To see how each other, are outside of work, the chemistry just going to be better on camera. Well, Ice has been officially added to that list. He was caught out at the Jeezy concert. I saw him there personally with my own eyes. Even gave him a dab. After that, he was at Starlets with Mandy, throwing dollars. And then he went to Pergola. Oh man, your Ice, dang man. Look at the files.
The charges against Ice and Ish are
valid charges.
Valid?
100% valid charges.
Valid?
Yeah, I'm tight. The same way you felt about the merch.
I'm tight too. See, they don't think of how it affects people that love them.
Yeah.
I'm listening. I want to hear.
It's very selfish.
It is.
The charges against y'all happen to be that y'all only really come outside today for your celebrity friends.
This started at a show.
Yeah, I don't
And
care.
then we
about
hang
that.
out.
But the hangout part is where the charges come from. You
But you
went
can
to
hit niggas after the
Starlets,
show.
nigga.
You can hit niggas
You went
after
to
the show.
Starlets,
Yeah.
nigga. Hold up, fix your fucking tone, nigga. Stop. I hate when you got somebody and they fucking do a tone like they not got. You went to Starlets,
Joe, you know
my
what's
guy.
crazy?
How was I supposed to feel? You went Starlets making it fucking rain without niggas, without gang.
I like to make it rain at Starlets.
That's our bad.
It sounds like fun.
You know what's
And
great?
you out there.
Oh, shit. You told
And you out there with who? Celebrities.
Yeah.
it was
Niggas, and
What's
we
up?
here to talk about it today.
What's up?
Sometimes niggas have such a hard time with saying,
My bad.
yo, you got me.
Yeah.
It's the toughest
You are
thing
definitely
for me.
in
Don't
niggas.
deflect.
You are
Don't
definitely in niggas.
Do not deflect.
You are the leader of niggas.
Do not deflect. Cause you in this little celebrity boat too.
I'm far from.
You are.
I'm not.
You be in Jamaica at fucking Speaker Jam with Kevin Hart and these niggas. DC. You do slow motion intros with Wallow and Simba, right? You was also in a strip club in Jersey with Simba.
I've never
Yes.
been to a strip club in Jersey with Simba.
You been to a strip club in Jersey with somebody with a following, nigga.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm disgusted with you.
Me too. I ain't gonna hold you.
What was he doing? So now I was doing shit.
That's my man, too.
Him and Mandy B.
That's
Shout out
my
to man.
man.
Him and Mandy B.
With her.
Can't spell Mandy without man.
I was with gang. It was a bunch of
Man.
They not stepping. They not even trying to go to his funeral. Gang. I'm calling this bullshit out
man.
today. Gang.
I was with a group of folks, man. We just had some
There
fun.
you go. Folks sit in front of me, nigga.
That's crazy.
Gang.
gang,
Don't watch
gang,
where,
gang,
watch
gang.
who you say gang in front of.
Folks sit in
Yeah,
front of
folks
me.
it. Folks it is better.
He was just networking.
Yeah.
All right. Now, for months, Queens Flip, Joe Budden, and Imani have been putting pressure on other crew members such as Ish and Ice to hang out with each other, but they always have something to do or use the excuse of not wanting to come into New York City. Recently, Joe and Imani and Mel, I think Corey May went too. They went to a Tank concert for team building. Which kind of gives them, some room to breathe in this situation. We're going to let Imani and Mel, rock right now. You feel me? However, Ice had a hard time taking accountability on the matter first. He wanted to fight back with Joe, with this matters, a lot. But Joe he thinks people have a hard time taking accountability. So Ish took up for Ice in this clip and told Joe that you're basically one of the main ones that don't take accountability. Joe immediately used his manipulative tactic to tell Ish not to deflect on the topic. He always seems to stump them with his, manipulative tactics. I find that very funny. It's hilarious because nobody does anything about it. Nothing. I told Joe recently on Twitter, I see your moves, man. He said, Dub, what are you talking about? I said, yeah, all right, homie, I see you. But when Joe told him not to deflect, he brought up all the times Ish has been out with his celebrity friends, which was a good move, right? What makes this thing a little weird is that when Joe Budden was looking for information about the Mandy and Bridget breakup, Ish and Ice acted clueless, like they didn't know any information. Both Ish and Ice have a strong relationship with Mandy, where they actually did know, but chose not to give the information on the pod or relay it to Joe. At that time, a lot of narratives were created, about the podcast, where Ish and Ice, people thought that they weren't potting fairly or not correct, for giving out the tea. And Joe Budden does have a problem with that because he wants them to give it up like he does. He wants them to be fully transparent. They always get into little spats on air about who is more transparent to the audience. Ice was out with Mandy at the club throwing dollars, and Ish was talking to her behind the scenes, heavy putting plays together, and just, casually chopping it up. Do they hold their relationship with Mandy more dear than Joe? Do they just want to keep that part of their friendship with her off the pod, for a friendship purpose or maybe, long-term business reasons? I don't know. I think it's personally a little bit of both. Maybe I do know. Who knows? I do think Ish and Ice, thinks Joe Budden is messy, and they don't feel comfortable really telling certain things to him. And definitely to the podcast, to the world, millions of fans, all of us. Joe Budden recently said that he will be starting a new podcast without them, a sports pod. Let's talk about it. But some of the key highlights, of this, video right here are the team dynamics, the ongoing pressure from Joe, Queens, Flip, Imani, for Ish and Ice not want to participate in team activities. There seems like there could be an accountability issue sometimes on the pod, with the cast members. Who do you think is more transparent on the pod? Is it Joe Budden, Ish, Ice, Imani? Who do you guys think? Write it in the comments. And, when it came to the Mandy and Bridget breakup, the reluctance of Ish and Ice to share the information about the breakup despite their close relationship with Joe, it's telling. What do you think about that? I know Joe is frustrated about the lack of transparency. I know he is. There got to be maybe some trust issues there between Ish and Ice, of why they're not just giving it up on the pod. It makes no sense. Now, but Joe Budden started a new podcast. Does make sense with all of the stuff that has been going on with all of these people. He did say, this is a big podcast, a lot of people watching, and I understand him. He probably wants something more intimate where he could just talk about what he want to talk to and bring up the people that he wants to bring up. And I respect that. And we'll be back with the files.